Hello, everybody. Here I'm back with a new lesson about capital letters or uppercase letters. نن د یو بلې ویډیو سره موږ راغلي او هغه غټ حروف یا لوی حروف دي. Sir Abdulmanan explained brilliantly about alphabets, and then you got the idea what is capital, small, vowel, consonant, semi-vowel, and all those terms and terminologies were discussed by him. Thank you, sir. And now here today you will learn about the usages of capital letters and 9 golden usages of capital letters. There are a lot of rules for capitalization, but among them 9 are very popular and very interesting. You will see here. Anyways, guys, it's www.skylearning.com and brought to you by the same channel by Ubaidullah Wahdat in association with Al Khair Educational Center. So guys, do you know what would be the definition of capital letters? Do we have a definition of capital letters? I am capital letters kom tarif shta. Oh, shta. Do you want to know that how, where, and when to write capital letters? I tas poigi changa, chiri, au kala. These are the adverb of times, right? How, where, and when, right? And one of them is the adverb of manner also. Changa, chiri, au kala to write capital letters. So luckily your questions are gonna be answered here. ستاسو پوښتنې دلته جوابیږي. Now, the classification of alphabets. I just want to eliminate this part. So the alphabet تقسیم بندی. Alphabets according to writing. Alphabet the لیکنې له مخې. So alphabets are divided into two types according to writing. The first one is capital letters, or second name is uppercase letters, small letters, or lowercase letters. So what is capital letters? Our issue today is about capital letters. So those letters which are written or typed in uppercase, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and up to Z. So there are 26 in number. The شپږ حروف دي په انګلیسي کې. Okay, now the 9 rules of capitalization, as I said in the beginning of the video. So what are the names? We will start from the letter A. First, the names, numuna. Okay, so we use capital letters when we write the names of days. کله چې موږ د ورځو نومونه لیکو اول حرف باید غټ ولیکل شي. months د میاشتو نوم لیکو اول حرف باید غټ ولیکل شي. in public holidays نو عموما چې هغه bank holidays we call them عموما عمومي رخصتې دي. So we should write the first letter of the first word capital. Days, Saturday, or you can pronounce it in a different accent, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Friday. So you see S, S, M, F. All of them are written in uppercase letters. Number 2, months: January, February, March, April, December. So you see in January J, February F, M, March, and April A, and then finally December D. All of them are capital. Number 3, public holidays, bank holidays, whenever most people are free in those days. So Easter, it's a very great festival held in UK and some parts of southern USA, I think. So Eid, Muslims biggest event, I think. And now you see E capital, Easter, E capital, Christmas. It's the Christians' happiest moment on 24th December. I don't know. I don't have an idea. Diwali. It's, I think, like a Christmas of Hindu culture, right? So you see D capital. And Nowruz. Basically, it's the first day of the Anno Hijri year and Middle East. So N is the capital and so on. And one thing more, be careful. Seasons, musamuna ne capital ki. Like spring, you cannot not, like you see here, not spring. S bana capital ke. Summer, not S with capital bani. Summer is ki. B. What is the second usage? Dwaim, all usage agasho. Dwaim, other names, nur numuna. People names, the khalku numuna, like John, Ali, Shams, Smith. So you say J, A, John, J, and Ali, A, and Shams, S, and S, Smith, and we have again an S. All of them are capital. Institutions, whether that are academic centers, universities, and intermediate studies, whatever is that, there's an academy. So like, for example, Preston English Language Institute, so Peli, Peli, All right, we can say the short form. So all of them are in capital letters. I don't mean that each letter is the capital. No, the first letter of the first word must be capital. P Preston, E English, L language, L and institute, I Nangarhar University, UCNU capital. Hardware English Learning Center, HELC. All of them are capital. Places, Zaina. The Foreign Office, Wazarat Kharijat Daftar. So there in there we have T in foreign, we have F in office, O. North Africa, so N and A, both of them are capital. Canada, so C is capital here. Brazil, B is capital, and then Mexico, M is capital, and finally Pakistan, P is capital. Stars, famous stars like the pole star, so that in that T, in pole P, and in star S, you see three of them are written in upper or capital case. The nebula, a famous star, right? In T, and then N is also written in uppercase letters. Now, finally, we have planet. Sayara, you can say Mars, M is capital, Jupiter, J is capital, Earth, E is capital, and Venus, V is capital. So, guys, this was the second 10 that other names. Okay, next, proper adjectives. So what is a proper adjective? Those adjectives which are derived from proper nouns. So when there is a distinction, whenever people give the example of proper adjectives, so they give only the places names. Like for example, Pakistan, Pakistani, Germany, German, France, French, America, American, Canada, Canadian, and Egypt, Egyptian, and for example, Sweden, Swedish, Ireland, Irish. Now I will tell them, please do not give. We define proper nouns like this. Proper nouns, those nouns which refer to a proper person, place, or thing. So that's a place manazar kini say. What about the person and thing? A person or thing څنګه کوي؟ آیا هغه proper adjective کې نه راځي؟ که تاسو صرف هم دغه place راولئ په دې کې به موږ خپل ویډیو جوړو. So words derived from people's, places, or things nouns have capitals if they come the nouns refer to them. هغه عموما capital literally. For example, I want to follow the Muhammadian path. زه غواړم چې محمدي طریقه یا لاره تعقیب کم. Now here, the Muhammadian, Muhammad is the proper noun. So now what is the proper adjective in Pashto say Muhammadi? That is M, Muhammadian, right? So M is capital here, and path, P is capital. The best culture is the Islamic culture in the world. بهترین دود رواج و دستور هغه چې اسلامي دود او رواج دی. یا رویه ده. So here, Islam is the proper noun and Islamic is the proper adjective. همیشه مونږ place نه ورکو ښه. Afghan, او دا د ګوره خوشاله شو افغانستان د بار افغان نه و. Afghan jalebi is the most famous sweet in India. افغاني جلیبی از لوبۍ چې دی ډېر مشهور خواږه دی یا د خواږه شیان دي confectionery, you know, in India. So it's a very famous song, Afghani jalebi, right? So next, I would like to listen to Shakespearean romantic verses. So here, Shakespeare is a famous poet, right, of England or somewhere else. So here Shakespeare is the person, not a place, right? So Shakespearean is referring to him. He's Shakespearean is now an adjective here in romantic verses, right? So proper adjectives هم باید څنګه شي capitals ولیکل شي. Number D, people's titles. د خلکو کوم لقبونه چې دی هغه like for example Mr. Smith, so MR must be capital. Professor Kareem, so professor is the title of Kareem, right? So P must be capital. Dr. Aisha, so here don't say doctoros, right? Or doctoros dalta der rewaj de, so be careful with that one. We cannot add S. Like I said before, doctor is a common gender noun. It refers both to male and female. And Colonel Fawad Azizi, so Colonel is the title of Fawad Azizi. It's a military title. The managing director, so managing M and then director. The prime minister, right? Wazir Azam, right? So here P and prime and then minister. تاسو ګوره دا لقبونه دي دا P capital the M capital the. Miss Fatima, so Miss is the title of Miss Fatima, the Fatima or title, so M is capital. Sir Fazal, so Sir is the title of Mr. Fazal, S by capital she. So compare the following examples. The Prime Minister is attending the meeting in Geneva. So Geneva is the capital of Switzerland, right? So Wazir Azam meeting ke gadun ke pe Geneva ge. So here Prime Minister is the name mentioned? No mention shave na na they mention shave. Next example the gore. The Swedish is the proper adjective. Like makhmel proper adjective ham bet capital shino is gore capital, right? So the Swedish Prime Minister was wali Prime Minister small legal show al the Swedish palaragale can zaka Prime Minister small legal show is attending the meeting in Geneva. Okay, next is proper adjectives. Like I said before, we should capitalize them. So these kind of proper adjectives are referring to nationalities, like یو وطن یا د یو هیواد هغه کوم نژادونه چې د هغې ته ګرځي قومیتونه ملتونه ویلی شي په هر صورت religions مذهبونه languages ethnic groups and so on. So ethnic group and so on داسې نور هم لرو کوم چې هغه مخور یا هغه پر نفوذه ګروپونه وي like he is Russian, right? So here Russian is a proper adjective. She is Irish is the nationality of Ireland, and he is Danish, and the other person is Danish from Afghanistan. هغه Danish دی. Danish is the nationality of Denmark. دا د Denmark هغه نو دی باید capital شي. په Irish کې I capital شي and په Russian کې R capital شي. So he's Danish and the other person is Danish from Afghanistan. او هغه Danish دی د افغانستان څخه. So can we call the nationality of Afghanistan Danish? No. In Pashto you said Danish دی. چا نوم دی, right? Someone's name is Danish. So in our language. And Danish actually refers to the nationality of Denmark. Another example, I speak German or I speak German. So German is a language, not the person I'm speaking, right? So I speak German. So it derived from Germany, proper noun, right? So G is capital, right? She belongs to a Pashtun family. So here ethnic group is here Pashtun, right? So P must be capital. She speaks Italian. So here, Italian is a proper adjective. I is capital. We teach you English. English is the proper adjective, right? So here it refers to the language. She is Jewish. Jewish is the very religious word. It refers to the people who follow the other scriptures nor that چان لکه مونږ پښتو ورته يهوديان وایو. They are Christians. دوی سویان دي. So C must be capital and J must be capital. We are Muslims. M must be capital and he is a Sikh. You can also say Singh. So S must be capital because this is the ethnic group which refers to them. Next one is that is F, the names of newspaper and magazine, right? So the names of newspaper and magazines, how to make them plural, how to make them capitalized. So International Herald Tribune, so it is a famous magazine. So I in International Herald in H and then Tribune in T. And New Scientist, so in New N and in Scientist S. The New York Times, so you see the N in that T and New N in York Y and then in Times T. So all are capital. It is a newspaper. Washington Post, so W in Washington and P in Post. Kabul Times, so K in Kabul and T in Times. Hindustan Times, H in Hindustan and T in Times. Al Jazeera, A is capital here. So it's a newspaper, it's a famous news channel. Guardian, so Guardian is also again a news channel. Maybe it has a magazine, so G is capital. And then the Daily, it's also a kind of newspaper. So D and D is capital. Daily is here as a noun, not as an adverb of time, referring to a specific time. Okay, next, G, the first word. Now, the first word must be capital. The first word and often other important words or نور مهم لغاتنا in the titles of books. The kitabunu pa kam laqabuna ji. Films, filmuna, movies. Film and movies have differences. Serials, or a series of movies and plays are considered to be capitalized. This is the عموما فيلمونو د سریالونو د فیلمونو یو سیریز یو سلسله یا د لوب غوندي مثال شارټ کیسهګانې دا باید کیپټل شي. فور ایگزامپل The Spy Who Loved Angelina, هغه جاسوس چې انجلینا سره مینه کوه. So in the تاسو ګورئ چې ټي کیپټل ان اس spy S capital and loved L capital and A Angelina. So دا یو نوم دی. Gone with the Wind. Lardo the Batsara. This is Pashto meaning. So G and gone, and then the W and wind. A midsummer night's dream. Right? So in midsummer we have M, in nights N, and then dream D. And then finally the clash of Avengers. So here in that T and clash C, and then Avengers A. So these are capital. Next, H, the personal pronoun I. So I is written both as a letter and as a word. Kada huruf bahas wuli kilshine be mana no work. It's just a letter. But if it is written as a word, so then it is a personal pronoun. And it refers to the first person singular subject. Right? Or in Pashto you can say lumre shakhs mutakallim mufrad. Right? So the personal pronoun I is always considered to be written in uppercase as a capital letter. For example, and anywhere it is used in a sentence, you must capitalize it. जुमले पे हर जिक्र ते बेदा capital के. I must study hard so that I pass the test. Now here we have I must, I at the beginning, it's the first word, so we should capital it. And then we have I again in the middle of the class after the dependent clause we have I, so then it is also written in uppercases. Another example, she, he, Ali, Zabi, and I are going to the city. So here, where is I? That is, I think, the fifth from the right? So the fifth number. So here, I is, I think, in the middle of the sentence, and it's also again written in uppercases. So wherever you want to use I, so make it capital. Okay, now, so here we have I. The I is a initial letter abbreviations. Mung abbreviation ke dar sorkade. We gave you the lecture about abbreviations, and you got it initial letter acronyms. So here we have BBC. So you must capitalize all of those letters, initial letter. If you don't want to capitalize the acronyms, it doesn't matter. But what refers to initial letter abbreviation, you must capital them. So BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation. So BBC, both all of them are written in upper cases. And if you want to write the full form, so it says British Broadcasting Corporation. Again, in British B and Broadcasting B. In corporation we have again C. ICC, International Criminal Court, Narewal the Jaraimo Mahkama. So it's also International Cricket Council ham there, right? So USA, United States of America, UN, United Nations, and UK, United Kingdom. That's what I told you gore that each letter is written in upper cases of the first word. So guys, this was the video about capital letters. You got the 9 golden ways about using capital letters. I hope you have enjoyed. So this lesson was brought to you by Sky Learning English and by Ubaidullah Wahdat. Until next time, I would like to be with us and watch a next video. And one thing more, this video is made in association with Al Khair Educational Center. So I would like all of you to subscribe our channel, and then you will learn as much things as possible, and that will be a sap, right? Bye.